Hi, my name is Neha, nay like a horse, haha, that's funny, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're gonna get down to the basics. This way, you can grow and become successful on your own terms. So what's the first step? The first step is to figure out what your goals are. Is it to be financially free, retire early, have an X amount of money or wealth? You never know. The key here is you're not just gonna think of them and be like, yeah, I'm gonna have a gajillion dollars in like the next 5 minutes. Not only are you gonna make them realistic with a certain timeline and a little bit of detail, but you're going to write it down. Write it down. If you don't write it down, you have less accountability and you may forget it. Remember what your goals are and stay true to yourself. Make sure you're on the path that you set for yourself. Next, if you're here, hopefully some of those goals are centered around investing. So, how do you invest in the stock market? Listen, there's all different forms of investing. Today, we're just going to cover stocks, more specifically some of the topics that I've touched on in my previous videos. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, smash the like button so that way you get to see what these videos are. Leave a little comment down below and that way we're all on the same page and becoming successful. So far, I've kind of discussed what it's like to invest in your Robinhood or Webull account, your individual investment accounts, right? And then we've also discussed Roth IRAs. Y'all have been amazing in reaching out to me with a bunch of questions, so today we're going to take the time to answer some of those. First step, how the heck do I even open one of these accounts? It really is more simple than you would think. A lot of the barriers that prevent people to take that first step towards managing their money well is just lack of knowledge. It seems like it's scary. They don't know what to do. All you gotta do is subscribe down below. But also, Google it. I use Google all the time, but I made it even easier for you. If you go down to my description and click the link for either Robinhood or Webull, you and I both get free stocks. You're welcome. Not only will it walk you through step by step in an easy process to get your investment account started, but you get something out of it, free money, and it's the first step in investing. So once you click the links in the description and open up your accounts, get your free stocks while you're at it, the next thing you're going to do is intentionally buy a stock. The reason I say intentionally is the best way may or may not be to just go onto Reddit, see what Wall Street Bets is up to, and buy the first stock that you see on there. That works for some people. That's not what I personally do. But hey, it's your journey, your path. You decide what's best for you. What I like to do is, whenever I first started, I thought about, what do I use in my day-to-day life? What do I depend on so much? For me, that was social media. That answer was probably obvious, but also Apple products. So that can be your first step. Assessing what around you do you usually buy. Think about the psychology behind things and the way other customers may be buying things. Because guess what? People buy things, revenues go up, cash flows, monies. So that's the logic behind it. You can buy based off of that. I would personally consider that more speculation, but just to take it a step further, go ahead and do your research. Do your research and proceed with caution. All you're gonna do, Google, do a little research, and you can find for yourself what that point is that you feel comfortable of, yeah, you know what? I've seen this information. They have this good news. They might do well in the future because of this. On Robinhood and Webull, you can buy partial shares. You don't have to buy a whole share. So say Apple is like $120 and you only have $20 to invest right now. That's okay. If you feel like it's a great time to buy, a great company to invest in, you can buy $20 worth of that stock. And then slowly add on to it, whatever you so choose, right? So I'm a buy. That also brings us to another great point. Invest with a long-term goal. Remember, I had you write down both a short and long-term goal. The short term, that's just to make sure you're on track to your long-term goals. Personally, I'm not a day trader. I don't have the time. I have other things to do. So I always buy a stock or cryptocurrency with the intention that I'm going to keep it for at least a year. More often than not, it's over 5 or 10 years. I'm just not going to sell. You still see great returns, which is the crazy part. But it's more so to keep it. In the beginning, I didn't always go with that mindset for my first 1 or 2 stocks. But then I saw the value of holding the stocks. Buy and hold. 3 words, and it makes your life much easier. What are some of these stocks that you can buy and hold? The first thing that I touched on, and one of my plans to add to my wealth, is through my Roth IRA, I'm buying index funds. What's an index fund? An index fund tracks the market or a specific part of the market. What on earth does that mean? I got you. So you'll see individual stocks, right? Like Snapchat, Facebook, Apple, things like that. But then there are index funds, which are a group of stocks. So when you invest and buy an index fund, you're buying a group of bits and pieces of different stocks. The index fund that the company is a part of, they take care of what all those stocks are in the index funds. And with these, you see a natural upward trend, historically speaking. So you'll see them through Vanguard, Fidelity, Charles Schwab. You'll see all these different ones. It's up to you to do your own research, proceed with caution, and see which ones work best for you. As I mentioned in my previous video, these tend to be considered a safer, less risky. Some you'll see S&P 500. What does that mean? That's the top 500 companies in general throughout the market. Standard & Poor's 500. That's what the acronym is. That's a broader range, so it's more diversified. Diversity in the same way that you would see diversity in people. Diversity in your stocks. What you'll also see, though, is index funds or other funds that track specific parts of the market or specific industries and sectors, such as technology. Those tend to be a bit more risky and volatile, but you can see returns quicker. It's all a trade-off, and that's why you have to do your own research. There's so many different pathways you can take to get to where you want to go. That's why it all circles back to your goals. What are your goals? How quickly do you want to reach those goals? I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it. Another type of stock that I'd like to mention are blue chips. Blue chips are individual stocks like Walmart, Apple, Facebook, Tesla. Blue chips are oftentimes bought with that long-term investing strategy. Some of these pay dividends. Some of these just have really good, strong growth. And that's why people invest in them. So those are the 3 kind of categories I've touched on so far. Individual stocks, index funds, and blue chips. So Roth IRAs, they really are not that scary. A couple questions I've gotten are, how do I open one? What is that max contribution? And do I just throw money in there and it does the work for me? Or do I have to invest? What's the situation? I got you. So, Roth IRA. Personally, mine is through Fidelity. So I went to Fidelity, typed in the little search bar, and clicked the Open Roth IRA option. Typed in my information, and boom, it's that simple. And then you're going to deposit money. Connect your bank account and deposit some money. Now, you can't just leave it in there. That's not how you get the 7% return. You see your money grow and get those returns by investing in stocks, index funds, other funds, stuff like that. Which is why we touched on the index funds. I'll go ahead and link the video where I talked about Roth IRAs so that way you can see what I have had invested in at that time. And I still continue to invest in those. Full disclosure, again, do your research and proceed with caution. Think about where you're getting your information. Are you getting your information from some random website where they're probably getting paid to promote a stock? Or are you getting it from someone who's seen success, how you would like to, and actually in practice and doing what you want done, right? Hopefully that information helps. You're now going to be the successful person who is not worried and a little more educated in what you're investing in. This way you can invest in yourself, your stocks, family, whatever makes you happy. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Remember, smash the like button for the algorithm. You're welcome for the song. Sorry, headphone users. And make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell while you're at it. Because, come on. You don't want to miss this quality information. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.